Hello boys and girls, it's me, Yoshi here, back with my 100% blind playthrough of Mario and Luigi Brothership. In the last video, as you can see, we left off in Zocket's castle for the second and hopefully final time. And we're currently trying to, obviously, well, take out Zocket. What else can I say? In the last video, we got separated though and had to take a long time getting through that, but now that we've done that, we get to finally set up our proper game system to get ready for the next battle. And since this is a boss battle, we should probably put Protectus on immediately. We might change this if it's to be our enemy there, but otherwise we'll set that up for sure. And we'll try out our new moves. Sure. Auto Luigi in 1 minutes. And for our final boosting eyes, this one is the ones we're going to get for right away, because this will let us basically do a lot of damage very fast. We now just need a Bros Boost and Performance Boost. By combining all of these at once, our Bros attacks will pretty much do as much damage as they possibly can, but on top of it, we'll get an extra turn, so we'll be able to two-turn these guys, and that will really help with our damage. Of course, some of these have a really long recharge time, so I'm not sure if we're gonna get them up for the final battle, but you never know. We might get them later, and we could always just battles later. So we're gonna set that up, and we're gonna finally enter the battle. Yeah. And here we go. This is our first actual battle in here. So, as you might have guessed, there's lit shots, but yes, we survived. What? How did you penetrate our defenses? Man, how are you gonna deal with these guys? Then you're hey, Max. If you lose here, we check. I just wanted a nice relaxing time, maybe a chilled beverage. But now I have to do stuff. It's all your fault. Come yourself, Max. We need to focus here. Here dispose of them, or Lord Zocket disposes of us. If we don't win, we'll be glommed zombies by sundown. Hun's not going out that way. Hit these guys up so bad, I'll be a famous sky beater. I know. Let's just do or die already. Time to get extension fuller. It's time to get our palace, okay? Full extension. So, after being really teased about for the entire game, now we get to actually take out these guys. Oh, cool. We get first turn already. That's nice. So, we're gonna start with Bomb Derby here. I believe this may end up being one of the mixed battles. Knowing me, this is going to be like one of the other trio battles. In one of the other battles I dealt with, I've had a couple of battles where, you guys probably more or less know this as one of the Bowser battles from Mario Luigi Brothership. In that battle, there's a specific that they actually have to take out all enemies at the exact same time. If you fail to do this, then the enemies will all revive, and you'll have to deal with them all again. And this can happen as many times as possible, and I'm worried this battle will be like that. So probably our best method of victory here is to just keep spamming whatever our AoE attacks are, and just do as much damage as we can. Other than that, though, we finally get to take out these pieces. They've been nothing but roots on the whole game, and now we finally get to face all 3 of them at once. Naturally, we're gonna want to use AoE attacks on this, because if we could take them all out, it'll make it a lot easier. Alright, now that that turn's done, I wanna actually not go with the other attack yet. Instead, I wanna choose Speedy Recharge, so that when the extra turn does end, we get another turn later, which will be helpful, because we'll be getting another extra turn, and both of those will immediately recover, which will help out, and then we'll set up our items afterwards. So now, let's use you, Cannon, once again, and already we're dealing a lot of damage. Funnily enough, their HP is question mark. That just means we cannot see their HP. Okay, we got the best action. Oh, one thrower right away, which helps out. So far though, it doesn't look like their players have been moving. It's kind of interesting. They don't show bullets, they just all question. Okay, well that was easy. Okay. Think we're pretty cool at those battle bugs, don't you? Now we've got him too. Might have battle bugs on our side, our victory is inevitable. First up, we got the huge Iron Bolt plug. Wait, wasn't that just a prototype? Isn't it safe? We'll be dropping round multi-ton sets of bells on our heads, right? You guys need to chill out. It's fine. It's totally probably fine. Okay. We had Protect Us on it, but we also got phased as well. But then we immediately broke out of it somehow. I was lucky. We somehow out of it. Okay. Let's continue this by using this attack now. I was actually worried they would take away my moves I think right now though. Oh, yeah. They have a lot of HP. It's like, yeah, I think we're losing here. Great, we're in a bit of a pinch. Now check it out. We're gonna combine our bodies and souls with a single minded plug. So three of us will share out. Let's show them what attack combos can do. Alright. So what else do we have that we could do? There is Anti-Zakat Specialist we can use. There's also the Auto Excellent we can use as well to make it easier, but I think now with this battle I don't want to say that, use that until later. I say we put in this, and whenever our healing, actually probably the safer option would be Auto Mushroom and Deluxe Auto one. So that would get the best healing item. Fortunately, our Luigi effect hasn't been doing very well. It's kind of random though, what it does. And then I guess another thing I was also going to try using, maybe I'll try it in the final battle for Luigi's effect, is maybe instead of having that Luigi thing on, the next time we do a battle we can have this instead, so whenever one of our plugs recharges, this briefly decreases too. This would get us even more damage. Alright, well, so far we're fine for the most part. Might actually be better to... Actually, you know what? I feel very confident in this somehow, so... It's probably gonna... we're gonna choose Syrup Dark instead, actually. Because we're about to need healing anyway, and this will let us deal with the most efficient item, so we don't have to do it ourselves. But at the same time still give us our stuff. We'll only use this briefly though. Alright, now let's use Bomb. So it seems like we just have to do a certain amount of damage to them, and then eventually they just all do the same thing.
Leave it to me.
Alright, cool.
Oh, yeah.
So far, they're pretty tanky. They haven't really moved in their health in a long time, unfortunately. But that's what'll happen.
Okay.
Or it seems their moves are actually hurting them than helping them better. So far, they haven't been doing that. Weird. Hey, we're using we really can't afford to. I'm using a thing I didn't want to use. It's the invincible club. With this, we're totally invincible. Doesn't matter what it attack us with, it won't work. Weren't you using it all on? It's got a bit of a flaw. We're invincible for a short time. A short time? It's an humongous explosion. Wait, what? So we take them with us, you mean? It's not a problem. We just have to beat them before it excels. So fight fast. I don't like the sound of humongous explosion. Seems like something we might not escape. It's not looking good. Got any bright ideas?
Leave it to me.
Oh yeah, we got a second. Oh, I think Legius just activated, maybe. Yeah, it looks like we're getting a second turn. Alright. What do we have to do? Well, we have Protect Us, so we can be fine with that. The HPS thing they wanted to do is already fine, so we don't need that anymore. So let's trade this out for Autumn Mushroom. Trade one of the other things out. We'll keep Protect Us in for now, but we'll replace one of these with not dropping, so we don't actually turn. And from there, we're kind of probably stuck, because they can't really do anything. So I'm not sure if we have to just survive or other stuff. I think our best cue is to just keep attacking. So if we survive, not much else we can do. They're invincible.
Okay.
We got the awkward. Yeah, I was bound to mess that up.
Leave it to me.
Oh, he gave us something. Oh, okay, that time he gave us HP up instead. Here we go. I think we pretty much just have to wait. Okay. Okay, well, Protect Us worked pretty well, actually. That literally made it so we didn't take any damage there. Why is Luigi getting all the turns? I know we've gotten auto Luigi a couple of times, but I didn't expect it to work this much. My goodness. Alright, what next? This is where I'm a little bit confused on what to do here. Damage shield, yeah, that would make the most sense. And if something else runs away, probably items, but we should be fine now. We have not dropping, which will help us by keeping us at 180. We take lethal damage, which is nice. And from there, yeah, there's not much else to do but keep attacking. Just have to keep attacking. I think if we overload their damage, eventually they'll explode automatically. Either that, or we just have to survive. Probably best is probably just survive for a few turns, and probably eventually they'll explode automatically. Nice. Okay, he did a free attack that time for us. So that's how Luigi works, which is very interesting. Now, 50 years later, Mario finally gets his waiting little. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but I feel like the game is focused quite a bit on Luigi. It seems like they're still taking it not back to fat, they just now. Yeah. A little confusing. Wish there was a badge that would tell us, oh, we can do this. It doesn't look like it. Okay, we got the good pattern. It's basically like they have a star. I guess one thing we could do, we could just do this and wait. Oh my gosh, it's so fast. Okay, we finally met him. That took a while. Time's up. Time for the boom. But taking you with us. Oh, we can emergency guard this. What's funny is we don't get attacked there, but we can emergency guard that to take less damage. So that's the one time we got to use emergency guard. Okay, so yeah.
Oh yeah!
That was just survival, and now we took them with us afterwards. Alright. Cool. Did well. Well, I think that boss battle was pretty easy for the most part. Didn't really use anything there, so we should be alright. Nice. So finally, those guys are good. Wow. We're doomed. Failed Lord Zakat again. What you all thinking what I'm thinking? Yep. To explain yourselves to Lord Zakat. Let our feet do the talking. They just jumped off instead. Hey, what's this? It's the switch for the gate.
Ah. Luigi?
Yeah, he's just blessing it. He doesn't care. Doesn't care if it changes anything. Hey, so now we can get through that gate that we weren't able to do earlier. Nice.
Let's go!
So that ended up working out. Oh, days work, I guess. Interesting battle, I'll say that much. But other than that, yeah, it was pretty straightforward. Not much happened, really. Just heal up our regular HP, but not our BP. Because we kind of need that for the final battle. As for our gear and item set, we're going to once again crate the... Actually, no, we can't even crate those. Instead, we're going to set up some other stuff that we can now use to wait for our other attacks to come back, which there's quite a few now. This one in particular will be tedious. We'll have to wait 36 turns for that. And that one's probably not worth it, so we'll probably have to take damage in the next battle, but that's fine. But if we wasted enough time, we might be able to use Protectus again. I will say Protectus was very useful. Whether it be for just the sharks or for other stuff, I think it overall works really good. Let's keep doing this purple. I like doing this. Then we'll use the counter strat again. Actually, we could always just combine both of them, but I think spreading them out might be better. As for our other items, they're kind of useless. Honestly, the only reason we'll ever put on one of these is to just literally change to it in the middle of a turn, but just attack at least one turn, then let our go through, and from there we should be fine. Alright, and now we get this. Oh, from here we should now be able to go to the... Yeah. now we can actually explore the spots we weren't able to explore before. Of course, that means we're still gonna have to explore and get a lot of items now. You might have noticed we missed quite a bit of items the last time I did this. Let's go here first. Just to heal, I would say. We could jump right into the final battle, but that would be interesting. I think it would be more interesting is if make sure our plugs came back again. Stuff. Of course, having plugs come back is gonna once again take a while. So again, we're gonna have to do just some normal battles, not using any bros attacks actually, mostly just attacking normally. A lot of damage with just a regular jump. That alone,
Oh yeah.
go, that's done. Good, we got him right away. Go.
Oh yeah.
You know? So yeah, surprise, surprise, we're gonna be killing more enemies. Because that's the only way we can get our speed back safely.
Yeah. Go time.
We can try using our bow to get to each battle a little bit faster though, which is nice. So, yeah, so each turn we take, I think it doesn't matter, I think each card, that's all it takes for a charge ability. So if we do enough battles, we'll eventually get all of our plugs recharged. Including the other combos, so we can then switch to that as well. As for our second major battle, probably having a heal and also not drop in would be nice, just for safety. Petas kind of served in handy though, because when they did finally attack us, they did a pretty strong. Not there, it looked like it would have dealt a lot of damage, but because we had Protectus, we completely sit that. And yeah, we are definitely overgrinding for these guys, so we probably will focus on attacks. I just wanted to do this now because I think we don't know how hard the enemies are yet. It'd be nice to at least be nice for the battle, and because we're doing the end battles, some of those will actually be probably harder than the final boss. So it's nice to make sure that we get stuff like that. That would be helpful. And yeah, before we didn't even get a chance to go to the other room. But now we have Lily and Rose now.
Oh yeah.
Of course, because we're going for all the challenges, we're going to be doing quite a few different strats here. I'm going to show grinding for all the challenges, obviously, because some of them are really weird and also very awkward. Like, there's no reason we would do half of them most of the time anyway. So we go back here. This doesn't give us anything. This is literally where we came in the first time we ended up here. As you can see by the save point, this is where we initially spawned. So yeah, nothing to see here. The second half is like the big part of this area, and why it's so intense. Alright, so now's where I'm gonna try going back. Let's see. Because I only noticed a few bits, but we missed quite a couple of item boxes, and I believe on top of that we also missed stuff as well, so we need to make sure we do have those. One of those is actually an invisible block that I did not see until later. So we go back and get that as well.
Let's go.
Took that out with it. That was out there. Let's look for this one next. Place that. Yeah, automatic criticals on him.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Nice and easy so far. Also, by using jump and hammers exclusively, we may not have to heal at all. We might have to just melee around and that's that. The big difference was before there was not even a bridge to go back here initially. Now we can go back here.
Let's go.
This one might be a bit tougher. Lumped. We still have a little bit of the bridge, but I'm not sure how long. Okay, we took him out when at least. The other guy. Luigi's not nearly as powerful as Mario. Nope. Okay. Went in anyway. I'm wondering why we're doing more battles even though we could go to the final battle. It's mainly because we want to make sure our strong plugs are recharged. Depending on what the final boss pattern is, I might have to save them. So I might have to actually do it differently. Heck yeah, I want to actually do the first part normally, and then later whenever he reveals his true phase, which most bosses you typically do, then I might change my route. Okay, we get our, yes. Let's get the boom times 2 and spies times 2, and I guess we'll place the counter with this. We'll place that with empowered counters whenever we're done. And we'll keep jumping because again, this gives us more turns versus just an ability instead. Hit him right away. That was nice. Alright, now we can... Okay, we already got our main stuff back. That's good. Where's that other thing? Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I know it's somewhere here. Cars is in here somewhere. When I get auto counters like that, sometimes I'll go twice in a row. I call it Jake because you're not supposed to go twice in a row in this game unless you have jizz. Which is actually kind of nice. We have that special badge because now we can go twice in a row, which is nice. Alright, so my idea is to... For Zucca, we might have to do the first part without things, or at least important plugs, and just using our special attacks instead. Yeah. We should be fine from there. I know we could go straight on to the final battle, but I don't know if it's very long. This happens. Hey, Luigi's bot for once didn't constantly run into the stab. Alright. Well, there were enemies here, too. To be fair, they should have just respawned anyway. That would make sense.
Let's go. Oh yeah.
be quite creative, as you may have guessed.
Oh yeah!
Although it feels like we found enough that we should know what to do now, but still.
Let's go!
This guy first, because he's usually running attacks first. Okay, that one earned right away.
Mario!
There we go.
Oh yeah!
Now, this is where I'm a little bit worried about our limits, because we're now at the point where if we switch things around, it's possible we might not be able to go back once we come here. They probably set it up in a way where we can come back here, so even with that, you still... Oh, great, dizzy. Oh, wait, okay. Up from it at least a second.
Oh yeah!
I want to take out that guy first. Not. They just cheated. They both gave themselves attack instead. They didn't do any damage. If they do attack, they're going to be very strong about it.
Oh yeah!
Hey, you know what? So, we need to do a little bit of damage. I don't want to use the fireball necessarily. Be easier for me to just do this first instead. That would work better. So what happens when we do this? Yeah, now it just does what it did before the last time.
Yahoo! Oh. Yahoo!
That counted as okay. Okay, game. You're really cheating. I did not jump. Thing. I certainly didn't have my bat turn. That should not have counted as a bat. Alright, now let's actually deal with them proper. They're done cheating. I say cheat because, like, I should not have gotten hit by that. I don't know why that's taking there. So fast. It's almost impossible to time that right. Okay, to be fair, we're already not using the specialist, so it doesn't really matter if it's glum, since we're not really using it anyway. Okay, I'll just make this easier, but I'm just not doing anything. Okay, we bait them just like that. There we go. Good fat battle. All it really took was our time to wait for that. Really, not much else changed. Now we're starting to catch up to their fence. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on, man. Not even close to being ready yet. Meal. We can go in. Guy's really trying to rush us. He really wants to. Or could, I say. Let's say we give them away too for that. How about it? Alright, I don't know. Add our bugs back yet. Okay, we do. That's what I was looking for. To be fair, they take 50 turns to get through, so they're pretty easy to keep up. And we don't have the Zuck yet, so... I don't really have much else to use. None of the ever really work really well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Watching jumps quite a bit because this is probably the easiest way to do this. Even with that, it's so hard to time it. They're just jerks. You pretty much have to guess when they attack. That one's kind of a cheap attack. Give you no opportunity to hit the back pretty much. They need to nerf that. Oh, well, I guess it already does little damage, so I guess it's not bad. But it's annoying when you're trying to without taking damage. Because whenever that attack appears, your friend appears. Damage. Go.
Oh yeah!
I only got through that. Took a bit. But then again, when we're trying... Yeah, there's so many enemies. It makes sense that we have to take a while to do this. Alright. We've gone a little bit too far without doing it. We should probably at least attempt it. Oh, this just moved us back to the start. Oh, that makes no sense. Okay, there must be a hidden way to do this or something, but I know there's a teleporter. For the fact there's a teleporter where if we take it just right, we could probably go back and get those items we missed, but if that's not the case, then they might actually be missable items. Can't only go in here once with Meiji, so if we miss that, that means we've technically missed it. So it's not technically 100% anymore, but we don't know yet. But to be fair, I've already missed other items as well. I didn't always call this 100% because, well, with an RPG like this, you would have to have a guide to get 100%. I'll say that much. It's just way too hard without a guide. If I don't play it blind, I pretty much just doing it by ear here. So yeah. Honestly, the only reason I even did those battles was just to make sure my plugs were charged. Good. Looks like all of them did get charged now. So now we have all of our super attack stuff again, including Protect Us. Well, it took a bit of time, but that's all it really was. Wise. We've had enough of these, I want to just skip them. I want to skip the rest of them now. I know we just, we might get a level up, but if we do more battles, rather, beat the boss, as you might have guessed, because we still can't leave this area until we win that, so now that that's done, let's heal up. Set our plugs ahead of time in case I forget. Which is gonna be... We'll just do the important ones first. Now we have Protect Us back, we can use that instead of our strat. And in place of that demo item, we're gonna use something different instead. Charge Bank. Replace that with Speedy Recharge. Once that is done, so we can potentially get in there set up again. Oh wait, actually, no, wait, oh frick. I just realized, no, I don't want to do this. So I think to be extra safe but still efficient, we should have not dropping for this first part, but then switch it midway through. If you're wondering why I'm doing it this way and not the other way, well, it's actually for a couple of reasons. The main one being now, okay, I'm gonna use one that I don't use as well. Let's use item share so we both get the same effect. That'd be cute. As for the countdown items, I guess we could theoretically have just used those to set up, but it's just not really worth it. Honestly, the only time you really want to use that is like get it all the way to 1, then once the turn count is about to run out, just switch it out for a different plug, and then you can just whenever. It's honestly probably not worth the effort, and we don't really need it to take out because we can just do with it anyway. But honestly, yeah, I did most of that grinding both to get my level raised a little bit more, but also mostly, probably more importantly, to get my bugs recharged. That's actually the only reason I mainly did that. But at least now I know this place would take a long time to go far back to get an item, so I don't think it's worth it anymore. So now that that's done, let's end the episode here. I hope you guys enjoy. Comment, rate, subscribe. I promise to you, maybe we'll go back for that item if I figure out a way to get to it. Till then, see you guys in the next video. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.